Welcome to the optional Escapee SmartWay program on RV tire safety. In this very brief program, I will provide a summary of the important issues designed to counter some of the myth and mysteries surrounding this subject. Considered along with your RV weight and load management program you have just completed, these topics can give you the tools to positively affect your RVing life. Your instructor today is Neil Leekander, the author of the RVer's Ultimate Survival Guide and frequent lecturer on these same subjects at both the Escapades and the Escapees boot camp programs. How many of you have witnessed this scene on the highway? Unfortunately, it is not at all uncommon and is third behind broken windshields and wind-damaged awnings as the top insurance claim for RVs. To begin our discussion of RV tires, our first order of business is to think a bit about why RVs have such a terrible record of tire performance and problems. The answer comes in a few undeniable facts which bear only on RVs. Most demanding tire application, 100% of the load, 100% of the time. As we discovered earlier, this is an RV-specific issue. RVs are designed from the beginning to operate at their maximum capability, and they will do so for every mile of their life. Routinely overloaded. Also, as previously learned by virtue of the astonishing RVSEF database numbers, we know for certain that RVs are commonly operated beyond their limits in what appears to be a majority of cases. Adverse operating conditions. At first glance, one would believe that the life of the RV and its tires would actually be an easy one. The reality is just the opposite. For instance, the intermittent usage of the RV is particularly troublesome for tires, and other factors such as tight maneuvering of the vehicle also contributes to tire problems. This is just a sampling of the RV tire's difficult life. Poor maintenance. With few exceptions, RVers don't make very good maintenance personnel. We are generally willing to purchase a device or tool to do a job, but stop short of actually getting down on our hands and knees to do the required work, specifically a daily air pressure and tire inspection. Non-professional drivers. Finally, I must state that we are not professional drivers. Think about the curbs we have run over, the potholes that we could not avoid, and then think about the speeds that we travel. You do know that your RV tires have speed limits, don't you? Yes, they do, and they are somewhat restrictive. Let's begin our discussion on the most obvious issue, air pressure. RV tires carry astonishing loads, up to 7,000 pounds per tire in some cases. Loads are carried by air pressure. Recognize that the tire itself does not carry the load. It is the air pressure in the tire that does this. The tire only holds or contains the required air pressure. Thus, the correct tire pressure for the specific load is absolutely essential. There is only one correct pressure for any specific load condition. Based on this reality, we must accept the fact that there is only one pressure that is correct for each axle of our RV. This is the reason that each corner of the RV must be weighed separately, as is done in the Escapee SmartWay program. RV tires come from the truck industry and require maintenance. Recognize that truck tires have very specific maintenance requirements. Primarily, this means a daily check of pressure, condition, and restrictive speed limits while on the road. Modern RV tires are radial design. I'm certain that you are aware of this reality, but did you know that radial tires, by definition, are a one-ply tire? That's right, folks. That great big RV you drive is operating on one-ply tires. This slide provides a graphical illustration about loads being carried by the air pressure in the tire. The tire suffers when it is overloaded, underinflated, or overinflated. Only when a tire has 100% of the required pressure for a specific load will it provide maximum life and safety. Tires deteriorate or are damaged internally until they can no longer withstand the load demanded of them. Tires which are abused may not fail immediately. Unfortunately, this gives the RVer a mixed message because there is no association or cause and effect. Tire failure can occur at any time, any speed, or in any manner. In fact, it is not unknown for a tire with an abuse history to blow out or possibly go flat long after a trip is over, even while parked. All modern RV tires are radial design. This is the good news in this story, because the benefit of using only one structural ply to carry heavy loads means that the tire will not build up the heat that literally tears tires apart from the inside. Heat is the enemy of all tires. Radial tires are one-ply construction. This reality means that we must utilize only the very strongest materials for the carcass of our tires, and we must protect those structural cords throughout its useful life. Tire construction materials vary. However, all steel designs are generally considered to be the best choice for RVs. Since the all-steel radial designs are considered best, this is one criterion that you should look for when shopping. The tread and other areas of the tire use reinforcing belts to stabilize, support, and insulate. This is the secret to the excellent handling, high traction, stability, and long life of the modern radial tire. This slide illustrates the full name of the tire shown. Anything less than the full name, LT 235 85 R16 LRE, will not define the tire adequately to identify a proper replacement. This tire cutaway section illustrates a radial tire and provides you a view of its construction. Note that the sidewall contains only one ply with individual cords running directly from bead to bead. You will also observe that the tread section has several components or belts which serve to support and firm up the tread area of the tire. These components do not add to the structural strength, but do much to enhance the performance of the tire. Tires are indeed a complicated product, and there is much that you need to know to be comfortable with the product and the maintenance it requires. The good news is that the modern RV tire tells RVers everything they need to know. This photo shows clearly the full name of the tire, adequate to purchase a proper sized replacement tire. The next picture gives us the tire's load carrying capability in pounds and kilograms and the minimum pressure required to support that load. The final picture identifies the construction and materials used in this tire. This information will go a long way towards making your next tire purchase easier. The tire sidewall will also tell you the tire's birthday. You need to know the date of manufacture in order to keep track of the tire's life. There are a couple of variations, but the information is contained in the DOT code line in the last 3 or 4 digits. Take the time to read your tire's DOT codes and keep them with your very important documents. Note, the DOT code line is on every tire sold in the USA, but it is only on one side of the tire. You may actually have to get under your RV to read the information. May you always enjoy safe RV travels while you seek out what lies over the next hill and around the next corner. We at Escape Ease Look forward to having you attend a full Escapee Bootcamp program or Escapade seminar on these same subjects.